Sometimes you just need to take a break from the workbench. Modeling is hands-on, but every now and then it helps to get out there and find fresh inspiration right from the source. Today's video is a bit different from my usual content, as it's not about building. It's about chasing chargers and finally getting the chance to see Via Rail's new Siemens Venture train sets up close. The challenge is that most of the Venture train sets, paired with Via's new Charger locomotives, stick to the corridor between Toronto and Montreal, and that means they travel along the Lakeshore East line. Over on the Lakeshore West line, where I often end up, these trains are a rare sight. So early one morning I set out determined and made my way to Aldershot station to catch one of the few Venture units heading westward from Union Station to Windsor. I arrived at Aldershot early in the morning just as the sun was coming up. My main goal was to catch the Via, but I also wanted some shots of the old abandoned CN platform.
Danfort, Windsor, with stops at Brantford, Woodstock, Ingersoll, London, Mimo, and Chatham. We'll be arriving on track number 2 and 3 in about 10 minutes. Please check your boarding pass for your car and seat numbers and proceed to the platform. Only passengers with a valid boarding pass for this train are allowed to board.
Once the Venture train faded from view, I boarded the next eastbound train, heading to Hamilton's West Harbour station. It is a quiet spot, and I had visited it last month, but I wanted more photos of the Heritage Centre and Hutch's, an old restaurant with the perfect amount of character for my new layout. For the next hour, I kept an eye on the tracks, hoping for some movement from the nearby Stewart Yard, but it was quiet. After West Harbour, I moved to Mimico. From the station platform, I made my way to the Overpass, and I got lucky. 2 Venture train sets, including one with Via's new Lumi paint scheme. There wasn't much action, but a friend of mine found out I was on the bridge and sent me a trackside photo. After a while, I headed back down to the Mimico platform, and just as I'd hoped, a charger emerged from the Mimico yard, moving towards Union Station. It was perfect timing because I managed to catch the Via Venture unit side by side with a GO train, departing at the same time. Packed up and made my way to Union Station, where I managed a few quick photos of the Venture unit waiting on platform 22. Then I continued on to Danforth Station, a stop I hadn't visited before. The platform at Danforth is a very simple setup, but it turns out to be a great spot for train spotting. From the Overpass, you have a perfect view to catch trains in both directions. The day wore on, and the light started to dip, and I finally saw that same Venture unit one more time heading east towards Montreal. My schedule had promised me one more chance to catch a second VIA unit heading back through Danforth toward Union, But trains have their own schedule, and this one was running about 90 minutes late. So I decided it was time to head back west, catching one last GO train before calling it a day. So, that's a wrap. 7 hours and 150 kilometers just to finally see some of Via's new train sets. Worth it? Absolutely. Now I've got a pile of images and a few new ideas to pull into the new layout. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I'll see you next time.